Annie Baker now reports.
This is the type of vessel they're saying could become the saviour of shipbuilding in the northeast. 111 metres long, 4,500 tons dead weight, and the pride of 800 men who built her. Traditionally, they were skilled in building cargo ships, but over the past 2 years, they've dropped old-style working practices and learned new skills to construct this high-tech vessel for the North Sea oil industry. According to management, it had to be done. Demand for cargo ships had dwindled, alternative contracts were needed. So, against fierce competition, British shipbuilders won a £70 million order for this and a sister ship from the Swedish firm Stena. The Stena Seawell is a showcase for British shipbuilders, anxious to prove that it can adapt to meet changing markets. With the slump in world shipping not expected to ease before 1990, the corporation says it's now vital to build specialist vessels like this. This diagram shows what it can do in its primary task of servicing and maintaining North Sea rigs. It can lower one diving bell, rather like a lift, to work on the seabed. It can send another flying bell, as it's called, on a kind of umbilical cord to do other tasks. Cranes can move materials up and down. A major responsibility is to keep drill holes clear of debris and maintain a steady flow of oil. Another's to spread fluids onto the seabed to make it more porous, speeding up the flow of oil. The Seawell can also fight fires. Finishing touches still have to be put to the vessel, but below decks you can see decompression chambers, in which 6 divers will eat and sleep for 20 days at a time. They move from these chambers along airtight corridors into the diving bells to go to work. If there's ever an emergency, the divers can travel, again in airtight conditions, into sealed lifeboats containing decompression chambers. The Seawell carries her own gas supplies, enough for up to 90 days' work on the seabed. There's a system for mixing oxygen, helium and nitrogen gases, the only one of its kind in the world, to provide the air supply to the diving bells. The control room will be fitted with video, so operators can watch as well as direct every move within the diving bells. For 2 years, this contract's been monitored by diving consultant Graham Winter.
There was a considerable change in philosophy and working procedures. They've actually handled the system extremely well. From the point of view that you've just mentioned, they changed from cargo vessels to something that is very, very complicated indeed, and they seem to have done a very, very good job today.